Good morning. So this is the Google Classroom I'm going to send shortly. This is the instructional video that I'm making now, so I will be posting that. We're going to be doing 3 different activities, and they're all 3 very short. Do them in order. The first one is to identify instrument sounds, and that is on this instrument game. So it looks really easy, but it isn't as easy as it looks if
When
you're
you
not that
hear a
sure
musical
about
sound,
the
guess
instrument
the
sounds, and not
instrument that it
everybody
belongs to and
has
click on
them,
that instrument.
always in their head. It took me a long time to really discern the woodwinds. I don't know about you, but I'm going to put this up here. So whenever you click start, you'll hear a new instrument. And you're going to make lots of mistakes, and that's okay. I want you to keep repeating by clicking exit until you get almost all of them, if not all of them, correct. And just try to improve each time. So make lots of mistakes, sure, but get your ear to go, oh, okay, that's what that was and why. Okay. When you roll over an instrument, for example, here's the first one. Very short. You can keep repeating it. Listen for what's making that sound. In this case, it would be a bow going across strings. Okay. So you would look for them and the strings, and they're over here, and you'll see bass when you roll over the bass, cello when you roll over the cello, violin, and so on. So you want to pick the one that, let's see, I'm going to guess violin. Okay. So you'll just keep going and adding, and if you make a mistake, it just will have you try again. But like I said, I'd like you to really, really work on especially these 3: clarinet, bassoon, and oboe. They are the trickiest. Okay, you have a harpsichord in here, which sounds a little different from a piano, and then the horns too can be tricky. You just have to be paying attention and really listening. Okay, so back to the next thing. After you identify the instrument sounds, you're going to watch Travel Back in Time with Gino, the Carnegie Hall cat. So we're still staying in the theme of orchestra. And Carnegie Hall is a place where there are beautiful, beautiful performances. And this is just a fun video. Anytime you want to learn, like, stop the video because you want to get more information about something that they show you. There's a lot of really cool historical parts and different bands and groups, singers, songwriters, pianists, orchestral people. They're mentioned, so it's a great way to learn more about them if you click on Learn More. When you click Play Movie, that's what you're going to do first. I chose high bandwidth. You can choose low bandwidth. It's up to you. It depends. If you don't have luck with one, then you'll try the other. Then when you're completely finished, you're going to play Gino's Maze game. I would recommend playing the movie first because you're going to learn a lot of information, and then play the game. Okay, so you can play the game as much as you want. It's really fun. It's kind of like Pac-Man. I'll show you. So Gino is going to have to look for instrument players because they need to be at the performance, and they're not. So there's a grid that's set up kind of like a game board, kind of like Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man, or even Donkey Kong, sort of. But it's just cat walking through streets. Gino needs to help collecting famous performers from Carnegie Hall's history to stage the greatest show of all time. Guide Gino through the New York City streets to find the performers needed for this big event. But you have to watch out for the wrecking ball. So you're not going to get knocked out, but you will get spun about. So here's Gino up here, and you're going to use your arrow keys to move Gino around. And I'll just show you, if you hit the wrecking ball, you're just going to get, whoa, but you're not going to get knocked off the game. This game is not just on this small square. You can move to another screen, and it keeps going. You're going to have to navigate a bit. You can go up and down further than you think. So there's a lot of faces. You can see over here, there's one. And when you get to each one, you get to, when you get to each one, oh no, then you get to, answer a question about someone who's famous. So I'm going to try to avoid Mr. Okay, so basically I'm going to go over here, and once I get that, I get a who am I question, and I'm going to answer. Read it thoroughly, Even if you don't know any of these people right off the bat, although you can probably guess that there are differences between them. If you read the names very carefully, sometimes you might have a president's name mixed in there. Sometimes you might have someone who doesn't make sense in that time frame. So if you have ever heard of a person, you may go, oh, I know it's not that one because that person didn't live at the same time that person lived. Okay, so you'll make your best guess. And that is the lessons so far. Yep, that is the last one. So that will be it for this week. And hopefully next time we meet, we're going to be doing some more playing and interactive things with rhythm. So be on the lookout for that. So I will leave you to your instructions, and I'm also going to put right here a Zoom meet. So in case you get stuck with something, you will only need to show up if you have a question, okay? Or you can say hi. I like when people talk to me and say hello, and then you can log off and or end your interaction at the meeting. Sometimes it's nice just to check in and say hi. Please don't come on and play music for me. That happened last class. I'm not interested in listening to what you're listening to, especially if it's not appropriate. And if you are going to come on to any of my Zoom meetings, you have to have your actual name. Okay. I had a couple joking, funny ones. I can't tell who those people are. If I don't know who you are, I won't admit you anymore. Not into the waiting room. I mean, from the waiting room. So your name has to be there, first and last, or first, because I know there's only one Sylvie, there's only one Thomas. So, but please, I cannot have you guys goofing around like that. It's very distracting and it's not really appropriate. So, all right. See you on Thursday, and thanks for tuning in.